Hello. Now I will tell you how to install, configure, and use ArchiSteamFarm. ASF is the best solution for users who have many Steam accounts. This program allows us to drop cards from games, farm cards from Steam sales, boost in-game time, activate keys in background, send items from all available accounts to one main account. ASF has many more features, which we will also talk about in this video. I hope that after this guide you can fully use this program. Let's start. Before downloading the program, make sure that you have installed the redistributable component Visual C latest version for Windows. Most likely you have it installed, but if you don't have it, you can find a link to download this component in the description. If you are using Linux, you must install the following packages before installing ArchiSteamFarm. This can be done in the native package manager or through the terminal. Now we can download ArchiSteamFarm from the official GitHub page. Link to this page can be found in the description. On this page you can find the pre-release versions for advanced users, beta test of new features, as well as the latest stable version. We are interested in this version of the program. ASF is available in many variants, but you're interested in package that matches your operating system and architecture. For example, if you use Windows 7, 8, or 10 64-bit you must download ASF WinX64 package. For 64-bit Ubuntu, Mint, Debian or other Linux distributions download ASF Linux x64 package. Linux ARM package works on 32-bit and 64-bit ARM-based GNU Linux OSes, ARM version 7 and Higner. This includes platforms such as Raspberry Pi 2, and newer, with all GNU Linux OSes available for them, such as Raspbian, in current and future versions. At the end of the video I will tell you how to install ArchiSteamFarm for 32-bit Windows, for example, if you use a netbook running on Windows 7 Starter. After downloading, you need to configure ArchiSteamFarm. Since at the moment most users are using Windows 10, I will show the program settings on this OS. For ease of use, unpack the downloaded archive as follows. Unpack all the files inside the zip archive into one folder in any location. For example, I will create this folder in the root of the hard drive. Next, we will create two shortcuts from this folder on the desktop, the program launcher, and the config folder shortcut. This is a very convenient file structure, I advise you to use it. ASF configuration can be done in two ways, either by using Web Config Generator, or manually. We'll use Web Config Generator way, since it's much easier. To configure the program, you can open the config generator file in the ASF folder or follow the link in the description. On this page click on ASF to create a global configuration file. Here we select version of our program. In Steam Owner ID line, enter SteamID 64 of your main account, from which you will manage the program and all bots. SteamID can be found on the Steam Calculator website. Copy the address of your account and paste it here. ID 64 will be displayed here. Click on the Toggle Advanced Settings button, find the IPC item, select the checkmark. Other settings can be left unchanged. Now download the configuration file to the config folder. Now we can launch ArchiSteamFarm. For convenience, we have placed the icon of this application on the desktop. The program runs in console mode. At startup, the program checks for new versions. ASF also checks for a newer version every day. We are waiting for the program to fully start. When we create configuration file of the ASF, we turned on IPC server support. This gives us the opportunity to use the graphical interface of the program. To open the user interface, you need to open any browser on your computer and enter the following address in the address bar. Okay, we got access to the user interface. It should be mentioned that you can access the IPC interface on the same machine where the ASF process is running. Now create the configuration of the first bot. To do this, click on the Create New Bot button. Enter any text in the name line. For each bot there must be a unique name. In Steam Login and Steam Password, enter the login and password of your Steam account, which will be a bot. Enabled bot instance will automatically start on ASF run, while disabled bot instance will need to be started manually. We select this option. If you want the program to automatically start farm cards for this account, disable pause. Switching this property to true should be done only if you want to manually resume automatic farming process, for example because you want to boost in-game time and never use automatic farm cards. In the line online status you can specify Steam community status that the bot will be announced with after logging into Steam network. Currently you can choose one of below statuses: offline, online, busy, away, snooze, looking to trade, looking to play, invisible. In practice, you will only have to use online and invisible status. Bot behavior defines ASF bot-like behavior during various events, and is defined as below. Normal, none. ASF behavior is to only automate things that user wants. This is the least invasive mode, and it's beneficial to majority of users since you remain in full control over your account and you can decide yourself whether to allow certain out-of-scope interactions, or not. Reject invalid friend invites will cause friend invites to be automatically rejected, which will practically disable option for other people to add you to their friend list, as ASF will deny all such requests. Unless you want to outright deny all friend invites, you shouldn't enable this option. Reject invalid trades will cause all invalid trade offers to be rejected, instead of being ignored. Invalid trade offers is an offer that is not registered in the bot configuration. This will be discussed later. Reject invalid group invites will cause all those group invites to be automatically rejected, effectively making it impossible to invite you to any groups. Dismiss inventory notifications is extremely useful when you start getting annoyed by Contact Steam notification about receiving new items. ASF can't get rid of the notification itself, as that's built into your Steam client, but it's able to automatically clear the notification after receiving it, which will no longer leave new items in inventory notification hanging around. Mark received messages as read will automatically mark all messages being received by the account on which ASF is running, both private and group, as read. Mark bot messages as read will automatically mark only bot messages as read. Please notice that you can choose any combination of these values. Password format property defines the format of Steam password property, and currently supports plain text, AES, and protected data for current user. We will not go into details of this property and leave the default value, text password. Other values are ways to encrypt the password. If you are very worried about Steam account security, you can set the Steam password property to empty and enter it every time you start ASF. If you enable use login key, you don't need to provide password, Steam Guard or two-factor authentication code after logging in successfully with ASF just once. Steam user permissions property is a dictionary property which maps given Steam user identified by his 64-bit Steam ID, to byte number that specifies his permission in ASF instance. Family sharing provides minimum access for family sharing users. Once again, this is mainly a reference value since ASF is capable of automatically discovering Steam IDs that we permitted for using our library. Operator provides basic access to given bot instances, mainly adding licenses and redeeming keys. Master provides full access to given bot instance. It is recommended to enter Steam ID 64 of your main account and specify the master value to fully control the bot, for example, activate keys, collect items from the bot, etc. As mentioned earlier, Steam ID can be found on the Steam Calculator website by entering the link to your Steam account here. Copy ID 64 and put in this text box. Steam Parental Code property defines your Steam parental PIN. ASF requires an access to resources protected by Steam Parental, therefore if you use that feature, you should provide ASF with Parental Unlock PIN, so it can operate normally. If your bot account does not have a PIN code, do not specify anything here. Don't forget to click Add here. In Steam Trade Token property, indicate trade token of your main Steam account, which we determined as master. If you have your bot on your friend list, then bot can send a trade to you right away without worrying about trade token, therefore you can leave this property at default value. If you however decide to not have your bot on your friend list, then you will need to generate and fill a trade token as the user that this bot is expecting to send trades to. Trade token you can find going to the inventory page, then click on the trade offer, who can send me trade offers, copy the characters after the token and the equal symbol, this is the trade token. When accept gifts is enabled, ASF will automatically accept and redeem all Steam gifts, including wallet gift cards, sent to the bot from all Steam users. Send trade period property sends trade every indicated hours. If you want to send trades manually, leave the default value. Send on farming finished automatically sends Steam trade containing everything farmed up to this point to user with master permission, which is very convenient if you don't want to bother with trades yourself. Trading preferences property defines ASF behavior when in trading. We choose none, no special trading preferences. We leave lootable types, transferable types, and matchable types unchanged. This does not interest us. Farming orders property defines the preferred farming order used by ASF for given bot account according to different criteria, for example, farm games in alphabetical order or farm games with marketable card drops first. During Steam summer or winter sale events, Steam is known for providing you extra cards for browsing discovery queue each day, as well as through other event-specific activities. When Auto Steam Sale event option is enabled, ASF will automatically check Steam discovery queue each 8 hours, starting in 1 hour since program start, and clear it if needed. If you want to ensure that ASF won't idle any of your refundable games too soon, allowing you to evaluate those games yourself, you can change idle refundable games option to false. When shutdown on farming finished enabled, ASF will proceed with logging off when account is fully farmed. SteamMasterClanID property defines the Steam ID of the Steam group that bot should automatically join, including its group chat. This is necessary so that you can manage your bots through the chat of your Steam group. Later in this video I will show how to manage bots in a group chat. Let's create a group as an example. You can check Steam ID of your group by navigating to its page, then adding this text to the end of the link, so the link will look like this. Then you can get Steam ID of your group from the result, it's in group ID 64 tag. Copy this ID and paste it into the configuration. Redeeming preferences property defines ASF behavior when redeeming CD keys when you send this keys to bots for activate in group chat or private message. You can set so forward keys unavailable to redeem to other bots, distribute all keys among itself and other bots, keep keys for, potentially, missing games when forwarding, leaving them unused, and try to redeem CD keys as wallet keys. If ASF has nothing to farm, it can play your specified in games played while idle Steam games, app IDs, instead. Playing games in such manner increases your hours played of those games, but nothing else a part of it. For example, I enter here app ID for CSGO, Dota and Team Fortress. Please note that Steam allows ASF to play only up to 32 games total, therefore you can put only as many games in this property. This feature can be enabled at the same time with custom game played while idle in order to play your selected games while showing custom status in Steam network, but in this case, like in custom game played while farming case, the actual display order is not guaranteed. Hours until card drops property defines if account has card drops restricted, and if yes, for how many initial hours. Restricted card drops means that account is not receiving any card drops from given game until the game is played for at least hours until card drops hours. Okay, we created a configuration for one bot. Click create and wait for the configuration file to be created. Next, you need to enter the authentication code in the ASF console. After that, the status of the account changed to online, which means that we did everything right. By clicking on the bot's avatar, you can go to the Steam account page. We created the bot configuration file in the user interface. However, you can edit this file by finding it in the config folder, the icon of which we put on the desktop earlier. If you are an advanced user, you can create and edit configuration files manually using the official wiki of ArchiSteamFarm. Add a few more bots. But now we can create new bots with the configuration of the first. To do this, click on the bot, go to its configuration. Click on the Copy Bot button here. In the window that opens, enter the bot name, Steam login and password. After that, you need to enter the authentication code in the ASF console. Add a few more bots using the same method. You can add as many Steam accounts as you like, but the developers recommend no more than 10. Note that in order to farm cards from the games, you need Steam accounts with a level 1 or higher. Now let's talk about the functionality of this program. Background Games Redeemer. Keys can be activated here in various ways. The first method, in the user interface, click on the bot, then click on the key icon. Here you can insert any number of keys that will be activated on this Steam account. You can create a text file with keys and name its bot name.keys. This file must be moved to the config folder. ASF automatically activates all keys from a given file. ArchiSteamFarm supports variety of commands, which can be used to control behavior of the process and bot instances. Below commands can be sent to the bot through various different ways, through interactive ASF console, through Steam private or group chat, through our IPC interface. Interactive console is available in the ASF console window. To enter commands here, just press the C button on the keyboard. Commands can be sent directly to the bot via a private message in Steam. You need to write commands from the account we specified as master in the configuration. Since we previously indicated the SteamMasterClanID of our group in the configuration, we can manage bots through the chat of this group. And finally, we can enter commands in the user interface of the program. To do this, go to the command page in IPC interface. ASF supports a large number of commands. A list of commands can be found on the official wiki of this program. You can find all links in the description. One of the main commands that you will use is the loot command. This command sends all Steam community items from your bots to your main Steam account. We will enter this command in group chat to receive cards from all bots. After that, we received trade offers from our bots with winter sale cards. By the way, since in the configuration we indicated the ability to drop sale cards, the program looks through a list of recommendations every day on all your bots. Okay, we received trade offers, but it may happen that there will be a lot of it and manually accepting it will be problematic. To accept trades automatically, we will add our main account as a bot to the program. However, here we will enable a pause, since we do not need any actions from the program to be performed on the main account. And also enable automatic confirmation of trades. As can be seen in the ASF console, exchange offers are automatically accepted. This is very convenient for a large farm of accounts. If you want to transfer items from specific games, for example, CSGO, Dota, and others, you can use the following command. Here, the first digit is the FID of the game, and the second is the context ID of the inventory of this game. You can see examples for different games on the screen, and also find it in the description. For example, let's transfer Payday items from all our bots. We will enter the appropriate command into the group chat and wait for the trade offers to be created. After that, ASF automatically accepts all offers. I told you basic information that will help you use all the functionality of this program. A full list of commands can be found on the wiki page. I will leave a link to this page in the description. Okay, if you have 32-bit Windows installed, for example Windows 7, you need to download the generic package. This is a universal package that can be installed on any device. But before running ASF, you need to download and install Microsoft Visual C Redistributable Update. All download links you can find in the description. Next, download and install the Netcore SDK. There will be no problems installing these packages. Before starting, configure ASF as shown earlier. After that, you can run the program. To do this, run the following file in the ASF folder. No more action required. Here you can also launch the user interface and take full advantage of ArchiSteamFarm. In this video I talked about how to download, configure, and use ArchiSteamFarm. I hope my guide will be useful to you. Thank you for watching.